who care about human rights. Hello and welcome. My name is Kübra Anwar, and I host monthly human rights Kahoot competitions organized by Advocates of Silence Turkey, aka AST. I'm gonna admit, this month I am additionally nervous, so bear with me a little bit. Every month, there's a theme that we cover and exchange opinions together. This one, I would like us to reflect back to very first Kahoot competition and what we talked about. We shared our values and what human rights we find it important. As we talk about what we value, in a way we talk about who we are. I would like to introduce you social identity will. Okay. I would like to introduce us a social identity wheel, which allows us to identify our social identities and also allow us to reflect on the various ways that those identities impact our life. Oops, our social identity wheel, can we show it? Let me show it. Here it is. So this social identity wheel is something that allows us to both reflect what identities we value, and also it can tell us like how we can utilize these identities in a best way. You can come back to this video and also look at what you can do by using these identities. Each one of us experience some kind of barrier, pressure, obstacle that is unique to us, what we have gone through, our upbringing, and also unique to circumstances around us. No one would want their identities to stop them from doing anything in life. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with a senior high school student who said she would like to volunteer at ASD. But she said like there were so many things to do and she wasn't sure where to start. Although I talked her over like how she can decide where to start, this is another channel that she can utilize and you can utilize. Speaking of channels, a way to connect back to our identity and taking action is activism. When you go Google and Google activism, one of the first definition pops up is this. Activism consists of efforts to promote, impede, direct, and intervene in social, political, economic, or environmental reform with the desire to make changes in society toward a perceived greater goal. So, along the way, we discover what we value, which is our greater good. So, we either promote or impede this greater good directly or indirectly through social, political, economic, or environmental channels. So when you reflect back to your social identity wheel, you can decide what could be your greater value. So do you want to promote this value or do you want to impede this value? And AST could be one of the channels that you can utilize. Given our audience, I'm sure there are so many valuable interests you each have. You have so many values and interests and AST has so many different projects. So in order to learn about some of the works done by AST, today at 5:30, there will be Giving Tuesday program, 5:30 Eastern Time. So if you join the Giving Tuesday program, you will see our segment as well, along with many other projects that we will introduce. You know how to find the ASD's YouTube page, right? It's going to be the same page you're in right now and same place. I also want to add that you can join an existing project, you can propose a new project, or you can simply reach out for us some expert opinions about a topic you're interested in. These projects come to life thanks to our lovely and dedicated volunteers. Among hundreds of them, I would like to make a special shout out to our Kahoot team, our questions building team. Thank you for your knowledge and questions. You educate us a lot. I also would like to thank you, our IT team, who make sure the program runs and flow and make sure we are connected. I also would like to thank our coordinator because we need a coordinator who connects all the units behind the scenes and ensure everything remains organized behind the scenes. So, moving on. I've got some news about our competition. Starting from this month on, we will dedicate each month to someone with a story. This month, we will commemorate BERKIN ELVAN. I am sure you heard this name before. He lost his life at the age of 16 due to the gas canister fired by police during the Gezi Park protests. He was on his way just to buy a bread, and he got shot by police, unfortunately. Next month, we will do the competition in memory of Mehmet Baransu, but I will keep the information about him a little later to the Did You Know segment, so make sure you pay attention to that segment. Next month is also going to be our 5th competition. Wow, time flies really fast. It's been already like 4 months, and next month's going to be 5th. I must say, this Kahoot project not only is a place where no one leaves without learning something new, but almost no one leaves without earning something, right? Speaking of earning, next month we will have bigger prizes. So, first, out of 15 questions, 10 of them will come from prior Kahoot competitions. So you will want to review the previous Kahoot competitions if you want to ace the 10 questions next month. The first prize will get $500. Second prize will get $200. And the third prize will get $150. So the only biggest change is the first prize, winner, which is going to be $500. Is that all for the prizes? Nope, there are more. So we will keep doing our raffles. Among those who will fill out our mini survey, we always share in the live chat box, so you can, review not only this one, but also previous code competitions. So among those who fill out our mini survey, 3 lucky winners will be the owner of $30. So make sure you take a little seconds of your time, fill out the survey, and maybe you're gonna get the $30. Also, a way to make a contribution to AST is to pronounce its existence on YouTube more. You know how it works. I didn't know this day would come where I encourage an audience to subscribe, but here it comes. So subscribe to our AST YouTube channel right down here, probably here or here. And after you subscribe, send an email to us through youthz@silenceturkey.org stating that you subscribed. So it's pretty simple. Subscribe and send an email to us through youthz@silenceturkey.org. Then out of 3 people, out of so many people, we will be awarding them with $30. Once you subscribe to the channel, any new videos that channel publishes will show up in your subscription feed, and also it will increase the likelihood of other YouTube browsers to see ASD projects. So here comes the moment where everyone waits. I will start sharing my screen for Kahoot competition, but along the way, I will, talk and introduce new things. Here it comes. I believe you can see my screen. I'll make myself a little smaller so that you can see, all. So yeah, you can start jumping in here. Along the way, I keep, conducting the program. So, as you know, started from last month, we started showing the mini clips from our winners. So this time we have 2 videos, and those 2 lovely participants and winners are the 3rd position winners from last and the one before Kahoot competition. Their names are Ece and Furkan, and we will display their video and what they have to say to you guys.
Herkese merhaba, ben Ece. Belçika'da lise 2. sınıf öğrencisiyim. Ben de sizin gibi ATT'nin düzenlediği geçen ayki internetle Kahoot yarışmasına katıldım ve 3. oldum. Dünyamızda yaşananlara baktığımızda insan hakları gerçekten hassas olunması ve iyi bilinmesi gereken bir konu. Ve bence ATT bununla ilgili bir yarışma yaparak gerçekten bizlere büyük bir farkındalık sağlıyor. Umarım siz de yeni bir şeyler öğrenip eğlenebilirsiniz bu yarışmada. Herkese başarılar. Bu yarışma için AST'ye teşekkürler.
And thank you, Ece. Let's hear from Furkan.
Hi everybody, I'm joining from New Hampshire today. In the last AST's Kahoot game, it was about 3 weeks ago I believe, I became as a third place in the Kahoot game and I earned $100 and it was actually very productive and very knowledgeable as well, so I learned some stuff as well, so I think you should definitely check it out. Their contest, it's not just the Kahoot game, they have a lot of different contests that you can join as well. Like the latest one I have seen so far, it was the international art contest and they were giving actually $1,000 to the first place and I believe 500 to second and third, and it goes on. And then they give a lot of gifts as well if you just join, if you just literally join to the contest as well, which is I think great. I've been following AST for about 2 years now and I believe that they're doing a great job addressing the human rights violations in Turkey regarding civil, political, economic, social and cultural as well. So they organize a lot of events and they publish a lot of articles that you should definitely go to the website and check it out. And if you want to, you can follow them on social media, and if you want to donate, then you should definitely do that as well. So that's it from me. So what I would suggest you is definitely check it out, their website, and try to join their Kahoot game. I think it's going to be, next one is going to be definitely Sunday at 12 p.m. I don't know exactly what day, but they have great gifts and they have great opportunities for other students as well who would like to also do an internship or anything like that. If you want to do any community service, they will definitely help you out with that as well. They have so many activities that you could actually utilize from. But that's it from me now, and thank you so much. Thank you, AST, for doing such a great work.
Thank you very much, Furkan, and congratulations once again. So the Kahoot screen is up. We will spare some time for our participants to jump in. And along the way, I would like to do some, Q&A segment that we do. I have been reviewing the comment section after the program. And I realized that there are some participants that I see their names frequently. So it made me question how many of you have been attending Kahoot competitions more than once, and how many of you are coming for the first time. If you could write it in the YouTube live box, chat box, me and other participants will be able to see as well. I'm really curious how frequent you guys are coming here, or if it's your first time. Let's see. There are definitely some participants who welcome us, so it becomes a really great morale for me. And there are some interactive participants who share their feedback, their thoughts. So let's see how many of you are coming here for the first time and how many have been joining, maybe second or third or fourth time maybe in a row without failing at all. If you could write down the comment section, I will read it out loud. Also, I was talking to one of the participants last month, and they were saying that, I don't understand how people are so fast while giving their responses. Just as soon as the question pops up and I see people are dropping their answers, I'm I have no clue as well. So what is your secret answering so fast and giving very fast responses? Do you guys even read what's going on? Okay, we started getting some responses. Karim said this is his second time. Welcome, Karim. Ali said this is his first time. Awesome. We have Vibo, whose is the second time. Great. Thank you for the shout out, Savia. Let's go. We have like 45 viewers and 37 is in, which is great. Probably like 2 or 3 of them are our, backup team who makes sure that everything runs smoothly. Last time we had like almost 70 people playing. And there was a feedback that we received from Poland that I would like to read really quick. He said, or she said, greetings to everyone from Poland. It was a very efficient competition where I had fun and learned about human rights. I'm looking forward to the next competitions. Thank you so much, everyone who contributed to this program. And they put this emoji, like, I think, like, yay. We're getting more answers regarding like how many times they participated in the code competition. Mustafa said first time. Selameister, thanks for English. Sure. As you know, 1 month we do English, 1 month we do Turkish. Let's see how it's gonna go. But for now, to kind of like address everyone's preferences and needs, we will go this way. Oh, we have a 3rd-time attender, Ihsan. I'm still looking for someone like at the 4th time, but thank you, Ihsan, for always joining us. Cool. 45 people are up. What shall we do? Shall we start or give it another 2 minutes? Along the way, I can open like the Kahoot song. Yeah, the traditional one. And there's also another thing that I would like to address. I was expecting our participants to be more like senior high school and college students, but given the feedback we receive, like the videos we receive from the winners, actually the age range is quite wide. I happened to learn that our 2nd prize winners from the first code competition was 10 years old. Can you believe it? Like, I was so proud, so excited. I happened to learn about this yesterday. But 10 years old. And I remember from last month, one of the participants was 13 years old. We definitely have folks from like high school and college. So, and even PhD. So we're competing, learning, and earning with a very like wide community. We have folks from France. I remember also like folks stating where they joined, which countries they joined from. We had like friends all over the continents. We definitely had Central Asia, Europe, North America, Africa, and also South America. We have another 3rd time. So no worries, Sadia. You're catching up really well. Cool. So we hit the 50 and it's 12:20 here. So I'm gonna hit the start button and let the game begin. Fourth code competition rights contest. So the first question, many innocent and educated people in Turkey were arrested because they had US dollars in their possession. 10,000, 100,000, 1,000, and 1. We had a video about it. It was something dollar menu. And it was so surprising how that amount of money could do to one? And the correct answer is yes, nothing but $1. So as long as you had $1 in your possession, unbelievable things can happen in Turkey and you can be arrested. So the first question, the first place is Sevdes, second Şeyma, third Ihsan, fourth Zileyhak, and fifth Mohammed. The second question. Name the activist nun who received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979. Rahibe Maria, Rahibe Teresa, Rahibe Joanne. Like Mother Maria, Mother Teresa, and Mother Joanne. We had this question in our Did You Know segment as well. So the correct answer is Mother Teresa. Yes. Let's see what kind of changes we had. Oh, we had a lot of change. Zileyhak jumped to the first, Sevde remained second, Şeyma third, Oğuzhan fourth, and Happy for welcome to the scoreboard. Why was Ayşe Özdoğan arrested and not released even though she had stage 4 cancer? She stole the government's money, she smuggled drugs with a state plane, she worked as an administrator in a school. What could she have possibly done to be sentenced, you know, even though she had stage 4 cancer? Yeah, she worked as an administrator in a school. That was her fault. Yep, we have also a lot of changes for the third question. Şeyma rose to number 1. Zileyhak is number 2. Oğuzhan rose to 3. Third position, Sevde 4th, and Ayşe, welcome to scoreboard. Fourth question. In which event did BERKIN ELVAN die from getting hit by a gas canister thrown by the police at the age of 15? 15 July 2060 coup, 2015 Ankara Station massacre, 2013 Taksim Gezi Park protests. He is the one we're doing this month's Kahoot competition in memory of, and I gave brief information about him. He was on his way to buy bread, and he was shot by police during 2013 Taksim Gezi Park protests. The majority gets it right. Okay, Zileyhak jumps to number 1, Oğuzhan comes to number 2, Ayşe raises to number 3, Ihsan is at number 4, and Happy 4 is on number 5. How many member states does the United Nations have? 58, 193, 130, 195. How many member states does the United Nations have? By the way, we have another participant who is Harun, and he said this is his second time and he is 11 years old. I salute you and I respect you, Harun. You're amazing. Welcome. Okay, we have a wide range of, answers. The correct answer is 193. That was a little bit tricky, but we learned something new. So Happy 4 jumped to the first position. Dwight Schrute, welcome, office lovers. Sevde, number 3. Yusuf, welcome to scoreboard. And Nick, welcome to scoreboard as well. So before we move to the next segment, next question, we will move to the Did You Know segment. So let me stop sharing my screen for a sec. Okay. Here comes the first Did You Know section. So I would like to introduce a collection of hundreds of art pieces from all corners of the world from artists who wanted not their voices but their cause to be heard. They said, "We can't help but speak up, or in this case, sketch up. Until each injustice is undone." They wanted to continue to fight with their canvases. So if you would like to purchase this book, we're gonna drop the Amazon link down in the chat box, so you can purchase through the Amazon link. Cool. Let me start sharing my screen. And yeah, here we go. Number 6. How many articles are in the International Bill of Human Rights, also known as Basic Human Rights? 10, 15, 50, 30. This is news to me too. How many articles are in the International Bill of Human Rights, also known as Basic Human Rights? Sometimes I intentionally don't read the questions before I, read them out loud to you guys. So because I also want to test how much I know. This is something news to me too. And the correct answer is 30. Okay, Happy 4 remains at first. Name Nick jumps to the second. Sena third. Züleyha fourth. And Aisha is on number 5. Question number 7. How much does it cost to make a petition to the European Court of Human Rights? 20 euros, 20 Swiss francs, 15 pounds, nothing. People, we talked about this so many times. We covered it so many times. I hope we get full answer for this question. And the correct answer is yes, it's free of cost. It costs nothing to make a petition to European Court of Human Rights. Okay, just the 4th and 5th question, 5th positions changed. Aisha rose to 4th and Ozhan became the 5th one. Question number 8. Who is the Turkish People Democratic Party co-leader that was arrested in November 2016? Selahattin Demirtas, Yaşar Kemal, Sezgin Tanrıkulu. Again, this was a question that we covered. Was it the first Kahoot competition? I think it was in first. And the correct answer is, wow, 48 people made it correct. Selahattin Demirtas. Happy 4 has a streak with 8 correct answers in a row. He or she is on fire. Name Nick is in the 2nd position. Sena 3rd, Aisha 4th, and Ozhan 5th. 9th question. Who is human rights education relevant to? It is only relevant for those who are working in the legal profession, for those presenting complaints on human rights violations. It is relevant for all human beings. Yeah, who should be interested, or who is it relevant to? Legal professionals, human rights violation, those who are protesting them, or everyone? And the correct answer is everyone. So we all should educate ourselves with human rights. Nothing changed. Everyone remains in their positions. Cool. I think we're all warming up right now. And Nuria is along the way. She is the highest climber right now. So before the next Did You Know segment, here is the 10th question. How are human rights defined? Those benefit granted to any adult person, those entitlements for those lawfully residing in a given country, those rights inherent to all human beings. And winners, please, like, don't forget to send your screenshots. Okay, I'll keep up with that announcement a little later. But the correct answer is it's those rights inherent to all human beings. Slightly changed occur. Sevda rose to 4th position, and Ayşe become the 5th. So the winners of the raffles, winners of the first 3 positions in the Kahoot competition, please take screenshot of your, prizes and your username and send it to us through youth@silencedturkey.org, because like we want to send your prizes. Otherwise, we can't. So let me stop sharing my screen, and here comes the second Did You Know segment. So in the second segment of Did You Know section, I would like to introduce you a British journalist and writer whose name is Jeremy Seal. He is famous for his book on the 1960 coup and the execution of Adnan Menderes. The book name is A Coup in Turkey, A Tale of Democracy, Despotism, and Vanguardness in a Divided Land. So there will be an interview where he tells that the Turkish people had faith that they will they have the faith that they will change the government in 2023, as they had the similar faith in 2019 elections, and Turkish people are not hopeless. So he's going to talk about that. It's Jeremy Seal, the British journalist and writer. Amazing person. Let's continue with our competition. Question 11. What was one of the main slogans of the massive protest against police brutality in the US in 2020? We can't pray, we can't breathe, we can't eat, we don't like cabbage. Speaking of police brutality, like we covered BERKIN, ELVAN, and also, as you know, there are like so many police brutality happens in the US, but one of the prominent ones that came across in 2020 was unfortunately a black guy who was killed by police because he had like excessive force on his neck, and he kept saying he couldn't breathe, but the police did not stop. So the main slogan of 2020 was "We can't breathe." That was really brutal. Okay, scoreboard remains the same. Happy for number 1, Nimnek number 2, Sena is on 3rd position, Sevda 4th, and Ayşe 5th. Let's move to the question number 12. Who is the Turkish parliamentarian who was arrested after protesting human rights violations in parliament and online? Sezgin Tanrıkulu, Hüda Kaya, Veli Sacılık, Ömer Faruk Gergerlioğlu. Okay. This is, I'm not sure. I'm coming back and forth between some answers. Oh, I think I know. Okay. But you guys were fast. And the correct answer is, wow, like 46 people were right. Ömer Faruk Gergerlioğlu. Okay, only Ayşe and Sevda swapped their places. The remaining, remains in the same spot. Question number 13. Who is the teacher who died in custody in July 15, was forced and was reinstated to his job 1.5 years later? Uğur Abdurrezzak, Halime Gülsu, Gökhan Açıkoğlu, Esma Uludağ. This was also one of the questions that came up, I think, the first competition or second. Isn't it crazy? And unfortunately, they're like similar cases, not happened in Turkey, but across the world. Someone is sentenced for over 10 years, then after 10 years, their innocence comes to surface. And the correct answer is Gökhan Açıkoğlu. After, 1.5 years of his, death, he was claimed his, position back, and he was like, nope, not guilty. Okay, a lot of change happened this time. Happy for remains the first. Sena rose to 2nd, Sevda 3rd. Ayşe is on 4th, and Ihsan, welcome back. Question number 14. Who is the NBA player and activist who speaks out against world injustice on social media? Ersan Ilyasova, Enes Kanter, Burak Yılmaz, Hidayet Türk. For a long while, he was actively speaking for the matters in Turkey, and recently I see him more, I see him also talking about Uyghur people in China. I'm really happy to see him that he's talking about a lot of world injustices. And the correct answer is no one but Enes Kanter. Let's see. Okay, so everyone guessed it correctly. So it was just a matter of fraction of milliseconds that made the difference in points. Before moving to the next, question, next and final question, I will talk about the third Did You Know segment, which is going to be about Mehmet Baransu, whom we will also commemorate next month, and we will do our next month's competition in his memory. So if I were to tell a little bit about him, Mehmet Baransu, his house was raided on March 2nd, 2015, and he was arrested for providing confidential documents regarding the security of the state. So the subject of the accusation is to obtain the sledgehammer documents, which were later cleared by the AKP judiciary for alleged fraud. Prosecutor Gökalp Gökçü referred Baransu to the court, demanding that he be arrested on the charge of establishing terrorist organization without even taking his statement. I still hear what he told me, in Metris prison. And he says like this: I still hear what he told me in Metris prison, which I visited a few days after his arrest. Baransu says to the judge who arrested him, "If I say these documents are fake, why are you arresting me for providing confidential documents? If the documents are real, then why are you ignoring the coup plans?" So it has been 5 years since the lawsuit was filed. Baransu repeated the same thing again and again. He stands on a skirm in the court panel. He was afraid of making a decision, so he constantly, postponed it. He sued, he postponed. So 10th High Criminal Court, 4 will be processed before it ends. So it was sent to the 2nd High Criminal Court. However, as always, the court doesn't surprise us again, and they sentenced Mehmet Baransu to 17 years in prison just for doing her job, for doing his job. So yeah, we will do our competition in memory of him next month. Let's move to the next question and the final question of this month. Question number 15. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was most recently translated into which language? French, Welsh, Arabic, Urdu. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights has been translated into like hundreds of languages, and new one was Ed. So guess which one is it? Yep, we had like different answers, but the correct answer is Welsh. So like French and Arabic is, mainstream languages, including Urdu. So Welsh was the new one. So let's see our podium. The third position belongs to Ihsan. The second is Happy For. And the first one goes to Saved It. Congratulations, everyone. I will keep my screen a little bit up. So make sure you take the screenshot of your, prizes and send us to youthz@silenceturkey.org to claim your gifts. So fill out the survey. Again, 3 lucky winners will get $30, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel and send us an email that you subscribed. So among 3 people who do that, will also get $30. And next month, the 5th Kahoot competition, we will give $500 for the first prize. Second will get $200, and the third will get $150. So it was fun, playing this game and learning with you guys again. Take a very good care of yourself, and see you next month. Bye bye.